My short story, as of today, right now, when I'm filming, has had 250 plus views and no real negative comments at all. The comments that were left were positive, pretty much, and anybody who spoke to me about it has been positive about it. So you're getting episode 2 today, or the continuation, or whatever you want to call it. I hope you do enjoy it as much as the first one. As you see, I'm feeling a lot better from the COVID thing, and I hope to be reading this in my own voice. I know that the AI voices in my sci-fi story were off-putting, so I will try to do that one in my own voice next time as well. Maybe, we'll see. Or maybe I'll get someone else to read it. Glunk the Paladin, Chapter 6, The Weight of the Axe. The clang of Glunk's great axe hitting the mud was a sound more shocking than any battle cry. For a moment, the world seemed to hold its breath. "Drop weapons," Glunk commanded, his voice a low rumble of finality. "We surrender." The militia captain, his sword pointed at Glunk's chest, snarled. "Call out your goblin, orc. Tell him to show himself unarmed, or my men will put an arrow through the troll's eye." Glunk's gaze didn't waver from the captain. He knew Flint was a shadow in the trees, daggers ready. To ask this of him was to ask a fish to fly. "Flint!" Glunk commanded, his voice a low, steady rumble that carried into the surrounding woods. "Come out, drop weapons." A moment of tense silence was broken by a shrill protest from the foliage. "Pass buckets, Glunk! Are your brains as thick as your tusks? This is a trap! They'll make my ears into a necklace." "Now, Flint," Glunk said, his tone leaving no room for argument. With a stream of incoherent, furious muttering, Flint emerged from behind a thick oak. He tossed his daggers into the mud at Glunk's feet, his entire small body vibrating with indignation. "This is the worst plan. This is a get your head chopped off plan. I had a getaway rich plan all figured out." Seeing the goblin disarmed, the militia captain sneered and gestured. Soldiers swarmed them, roughly chaining Olga's massive hands. She resisted for a moment, a low growl rumbling in her chest. "Olga not like this," she grumbled, her knuckles white. "Olga prefers fighting. This is stupid." Glunk didn't resist as they bound his own wrists. His eyes remained fixed on the captain. "We show them," he said, more to himself than to his friends. "We show them we not monsters. Justice will see." "Justice is about to see the inside of a headman's bucket," Flint yelled as a soldier clapped manacles on his tiny wrists. Their march to the city of Stonecrest was a grim parade. The few travelers on the road scurried out of their way, staring at the monstrous trio in chains. Unseen by the guards, one farmer, who appeared to recognize the distinct red sash on the half-orc who saved Hobsond, abandoned his companions and cut into the woods. Chapter 7, A Farce of Justice. 2 days in the damp, reeking dark of the Stonecrest dungeons had done little to improve the trio's spirits. When the guards finally came for them, the light of the justice hall was blinding. Magistrate Valerius sat perched above them, a severe man in dark robes, his face a mask of stern duty. I said duty. The room was packed with onlookers. The militia captain gave his account first, painting a picture of a savage, unprovoked ambush on a nobleman's camp. Glunk tried to speak. Magistrate, warlord took child. We bring back. We protect. The warlord you speak of was Wendell Warfist, Valerius corrected, his voice clipped and precise. And his status as the Baron's brother is the only pertinent fact this court recognizes. Your motive, however noble you believe it to be, does not erase the act. It was then that a commotion came from the back of the hall. Let us through. We are witnesses. The crowd parted as Yara, clutching Lena's hand, pushed her way to the front. Behind them followed a handful of other farmers from Hopsend. Their faces were set with grim determination. Your Honor, Yara said, her voice trembling but clear, this man and his companions saved my daughter. Wendell Warfist stole her from our home. He was no noble. He was a monster who preyed on the helpless. These three are heroes. How do you like my new Lena voice? I didn't know I had it in me. One by one, the villagers stepped forward. They spoke of stolen livestock, burned fields, and the terror Warfist had inflicted. They pointed to Glunk, Flint, and Olga, not as monsters, but as saviors. Magistrate Valerius listened. He did not interrupt. For a moment, as Lena stared up at him with wide, fearful eyes, a flicker of something like pity crossed his stern features. He saw the truth in their words. But then his gaze drifted to the Baron's crest, hanging on the wall behind his dais. His shoulders slumped almost imperceptibly. The court has heard the testimony of the villagers of Hopsend, he announced, his voice heavy, and it does not doubt the hardships you have endured. He paused, choosing his words with the care of a man building his own gallows. But the law does not permit vigilante justice against a lord of the realm. The defendant's own admission of slaying Wendell Warfist is uncontested. The why of it cannot change the what. He straightened his robes, the mask of the unfeeling bureaucrat sliding back into place to hide his own powerlessness. Therefore, this court finds the defendants, the half-orc Glunk, the goblin Flint, and the troll Olga guilty of the murder of Wendell Warfist. The gavel struck, the sound block with a crack that made the entire room flinch. The sentence is death by beheading. The execution will be carried out in 2 days' time in the main square, allowing the condemned to make peace with their gods. May they find more mercy in the next life than the law can afford them in this one. The gavel fell. The sound was not just final. It was heavy with the weight of a justice that had looked upon the truth and been forced to look away. That is where I'm going to end this part. I hope you enjoyed this, and we'll tune in for the next part. I am having a lot of fun writing this. I hope you're enjoying it. I do plan to turn these into books there'll be ebooks at first, and then maybe paperback, maybe an audiobook at some point. I don't know. I really don't. They may still get a few edits, so the final version may end up being a little different than this, but I do plan or expect that all the main plot points and story will be there as it is here. If you enjoyed this, please leave a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, please hit follow. There's also, you could join the channel as a channel member. That would help a lot. There's also my Patreon link down below. Please check that out. I want to thank all my current YouTube channel members and Patreon patrons for your support and your continued support. Those of you who have not only subscribed and joined, but resubscribe or rejoin month after month. You guys are awesome. You're my heroes. Thank you for everybody who watched the first video. I hope you all enjoy this one. Don't forget, there is that sci-fi story that I wrote that's a lot spicier than this. So if you like something spicy, go check that out. You might enjoy it. If you don't like something spicy, then I guess skip it, right? Thank you for watching. I hope you all tune in for the next part. Have a great day and a wonderful tomorrow.
Steals the sun away and taxes take the yield. The warlord took Arlene, a girl, her fate was all but sealed. We prayed to gods who turned their backs on Hobson's bitter beer. Then 3 dark shapes came down the path, a hope to quell our fears.
Oh, Glunk the Green, with axe of blackened steel. Oh, God the Troll, who makes the curses real. And Flint Quickfinger, with his crooked grin. They went into the mountain to bring Arlene ahead. The stormy path, the death curse lay, the trap sprung in the mire. The goblin laughed, Puss buckets cried, and stole the warlord's wire. The cave did stink of blood and boast of men with fists of brand, till Glunk said, surrender now, stoic in his demand. Oh, Glunk the Green, with axe of blackened steel. Oh, God the Troll, who makes the curses real. And Flint Quickfinger, with his crooked grin. They went into the mountain to bring Arlene ahead.
So raise a pint of Hobson's best to the merciful monster. The merciful monster. The merciful monster.